What's going on, guys? It's your boy Minaya here, and today, man, we're just gonna talk about a real topic that I just kind of came to mind. Right? I know a lot of us are trying to make changes in our lives. The grade lock-in's coming up. Everybody's just. It feels like there's been so much going on lately, and everybody's just kind of having a more of a dialed-in sense of their reality right now. And as somebody who kind of went through a transformative decade, really, of my life, and a lot of that in part due to lifting, I've been able to just not only change the outcome of my projected circumstances, statistically speaking, but also mentally wise, right? Whenever I approach new challenges, new situations, because of all of this experience that I've gained through lifting, it re- I started to develop a new identity entirely. And so some of you may be thinking, well, why is that important to develop an identity? I, I may think I'm the best. I may think I'm this and that. But when you really break it down, your identity forms your sense of self, right? And your sense of self develops the things that you do, and the things that you do make you who you are. The reason why a lot of people, and some of you maybe even watching this video, I used to struggle with a lot of, I still kind of struggle with a lot of external confidence in that manner, is because there are certain pieces that you know deep down you're not up to par with. There are certain areas of your life that if you were consistent more or had the better projection of accomplishment in that area, then you would be in a much better position. And maybe not entirely better, right? Maybe it's more so that you would feel more like you were going in the right direction. And that's really the key there, is that when you don't have a good sense of identity, your lack of direction also is sporadic, and you end up not actually having anything tangible to show for it. And not only to anybody else, just for yourself. This is all starting with yourself, right? So what do I mean by that, right? When I was starting at the gym, right, I had such a conviction of myself because it was such a transformative way for me to change my body. And changing my body meant changing my reality, right? Because the truth of the matter is, guys, when you're changing your body, you get different responses from people. You get a sense of, wow, that guy's in shape. That guy works out. That guy's strong. That guy's capable. That guy's disciplined. That guy knows how to be consistent, right? And you can show that in other ways, right? You can have a lot of money, you can have a lot of materialistic items, you can be very smart, you can know a lot of things. The thing with the body is that you don't you don't have to open your you don't have to even acknowledge the presence of somebody else. They only have to acknowledge yours. And it speaks volumes, right? So it really fundamentally, it should all start with how you project yourself to the world, which is with your body, right? So if you can do that, and if you can really dial that in to a sense of not only other people are proud, but more importantly, you're proud of what you've built over the years, then you will have so many doors open up to you. But really, kind of going back to the topic of this video, right? Your identity, who you are, right? Who are you, right? Like Manaya, myself, right? Like, I'm not trying to dox myself by giving out so much information, but I have a good idea of who I am, and the things that I do retroactively on a day-to-day basis give me comfort, give me peace, and have a give me a sense of not only just belonging, but that I'm doing the right thing. So when other things happen in my life, other mishaps, other inconveniences, or when things don't go my way, I know that I'm really the master of my own destiny, and I'm steering the ship, right? I think I was saying the story when I first started going to the gym. I had such a conviction of I have the power to change my life. Like, I don't think some of you understand. When I talk with some of you guys and I hear some of your stories about how you guys got started working out, lifting, etc., a lot of these stories, like, not all of them, but some of these stories, I can see why some of you guys drop off. Right? I can see why at some point the lifting just stops matter. Like going to the gym, being in shape, eating right, all of this goes out the window because It's all temporary, right? Like these things, I guess for you in this case, it's all from a temporary motivation. It's not it's from an external motivation, not an internal motivation. Right? So once that gas runs out, then you're SOL, right? So to bring it back to my own story, just to share with you guys, if you struggle in the sense, this is where you have to get that. I call it a red line moment, right? And we'll get to that in a second. But basically, your red line moment has to be a moment of pure conviction. You are, you have, it's like 100% certainty into something, right? Without you even thinking. It's just, I'm doing this, period, right? That moment for me, I'll never forget. Like, when I realized it truly, I was just in this. I was watching Chris Jones, Physiques of Greatness. This is like maybe 10 years, 10, definitely 10 years ago now, because he had a popular channel way back then. But at this point, I'm watching his videos. I'm tapped in. I'm watching the workout videos. I've been to the gym a couple times. Bro, I was so excited to be watching videos of other niggas training, bro. Other people training constantly. Like, I was just, my subconscious was just programmed with this stuff because I was so convinced that this was, I was such a skinny, whatever guy. I had no real tangible like experiences or skills outside of my own niche interest. And I had no like respect from other people, like in a grand scheme of things. Like people just genuinely don't respect you unless you have some kind of skill in a physical sense. I know that's like sucks to hear, but this is the truth. Anyways, I remember there was one time, one night where I was so excited to go to the gym the next day. I could not go to sleep. I literally could not go to sleep. I went to sleep for maybe 4 hours and I was wide awake at 3 in the morning because I was so excited to go to the gym. Any excuse that you have for, I don't have a workout partner, I don't know how to do the workouts, I don't know how to eat right, I don't know, what if I hurt myself, how do I get there, what's the best, like all of these other, this was not, I didn't even care. I was like, get me, like I just need to get there because I would find the way to scrap up whatever bit of information that I needed in order to be successful. That right there, that's raw conviction. And yeah, okay, workout aside, yeah, I worked out. I was motivated. I wanted to lift weights, whatever. But I had never had a moment of sheer defined clarity of conviction. I mentioned red line moment earlier in the video, right? What a red line moment is, and I essentially borrowed this from Dragon Ball Z. For those of you who don't know, Gohan, right? He's a teenager and he's being pushed beyond his limits. And at one point, he's being spoken to by an android, and the android just basically tells him, just let go. Just completely let go. You have all the power that you need to stop the enemy at the time with Cell, right? Just let go. And he kind of just stands there like in shock because he just gets destroyed instantly right after he says that. And he just stands there like he's he's just having this grand epiphany, like something just snaps and he completely transforms into his next Super Saiyan 2, right? His next powerful transformation. That needs to happen to you mentally before it happens to you physically, right? Obviously, it's not an anime. My point is that that needs to happen in your mind before it happens in real life, right? My only thing that I wish that I kind of had is that proper guidance, that proper path along the way. That's neither here or there. It all starts within yourself. If you're ready to make a change, if you're ready to have that red line moment, or if you have and you want to accelerate your transformation in that regard, let me know. Write a comment, shoot me a message, shoot me an email. I'm here to help. It's your boy Manaya, and I'm signing out. Peace.